information session, about Clevenard. Now about becoming a representative, and we'll also be getting into SMEs, which I believe we have some SME owners here with us today. First of all, let me thank you for taking the time to be with us today, to join us today. We're thrilled to have you here and to share in this opportunity, which is not only about personal growth, but is also about improving our communities and is also about making a meaningful impact. Now, Clevenard is more than just a platform, it's also a vibrant community. So our mission is to empower individuals, small businesses, everyone across the scale to thrive, to connect, and to share ideas globally. So now, whether it's through our innovative features, our multimedia offerings, or networking opportunities, Clevenard provides a space where all ideas will flourish and collaborations will grow. Now, today, we're going to walk you through the role of a Clevenard representative. And like I said, also we'll get into SMEs and the benefits of joining our team and how you can play a very important and integral part in expanding our reach. Now, by the end of this session, we aim to give you all the information that you need to decide if this is the right opportunity for you. So let's dive in, let's explore the possibilities, and let's see how Clevenard can be the next step in your journey. Once again, welcome, and let's get started. Okay, so before we start us off, can we get a round of applause, please, for everyone who's here, for those who are joining us? Get out your notebook, get out your pen. We're going to get into quite a few things today. And so without further ado, let me welcome my partner and our managing director, Ms. Pheto.
Greetings, everyone. Greetings. Thank you so much for being here. This is the day that the Lord has made. And, the opportunity that we have here that we're going to present to you, I hope you will grasp everything, because this is an opportunity that we all have been waiting for. We've been praying for. So when you listen and you hear what we're going to talk about, you know what? Just feature yourself in. Don't think about somebody else, but let it be you. And please don't look down upon yourself when you think this is much bigger than me, because all of us, there's greatness on the inside of us. And for you to be here, it is clear that there is something that has really spiked you, to be here and to hear more about Clevenard, an opportunity presented to us. We thank God, and I hope we are going to really be driving this vehicle, all of us, because, it's not only about South Africa, but it's about the diaspora as well. And I also want to welcome everyone that is watching us live today. We say welcome, and we hope that this information that you're going to hear today is really going to help you make a decision to be part of this. Because, Clevenard is a marketing company. There's international company. We have delved more. We did the introduction in our first presentation. So visit Clevenard YouTube channel. And then this is where you will be in a position to see the webinar that we had. This is where we were giving more information about Clevenard. But over and above that, also you can visit the website, clevenard.com, to get more information about Clevenard. So welcome. Thank you to our representative, Kulofelo Munama. My name is Pheto. I am the regional manager of Clevenard in South Africa. And wow, so exciting. I'm so excited about this venture. And I hope that all of us are going to be excited. There is so much more in store for us. It's more than what you can see. because many of us are always limited, you know, confined to the space that we're in, the nation that we're in. But through Clevenard, you'll be in a position to also explore the diasporas, international diaspora. So as per the invitation, today we'll be touching more about representatives because, you know, Clevenard is more like a government. It's more like a government that has ministries because anything and everything that is here is sellable. And when you look at South Africa has how many departments? Around 31 departments, national departments. And I'm sure many of us know about them. You know, we have Department of Labor, we have Department of Trade and Industry. There are so many ministries and there are ministers that overseeing those portfolios. So Clevenard is more like a government, and as you come on board, you definitely be ministering the portfolios that are there. Everything and everything that is sellable here in South Africa, and not only in South Africa, by the way, also in the diaspora. So it's not only limited to South Africa, but, you know, everywhere and everywhere. And this is a platform where you'll be in a position to also see opportunities that are out there, things that you never thought, you know, the international market, you know, could be looking for. So this is a time for us to really come out of our shells. Come out of our shells. Let us have a bigger picture. Let us not look here. Let us not be limited to what we know. So this is exposing you to the bigger picture. And you know, because you are here, it is clear that you also, you know, will have to really look beyond what you can see. So it's time for us to really come out of the shells because there is so much out there. And I always say that, you know, we are a solution. When I'm here, I'm a solution to a problem. You are here, you are a solution to a problem. And whatever it is that you are going to engage in, know that there's someone out there who needs it. Someone needs what you have. It's just that, you know, there hasn't been platforms where you'll be in a position to showcase what you have. And someone on the other side will be in a position to see what you have to offer. They might actually have him being in need of it, but they didn't know where to look. So Clevenard is a platform that is going to really help us, you know, trade, exchange. So know that you'll be dealing with the international market. It's no longer about South Africa. So you'll be going to the international diaspora. So today we're going to talk about the representatives. As I said, Clevenard is more like a government. So let's say, for an example, there's a portfolio that you might take interest in. So as a representative, it means you'll be overseeing that portfolio. And what we'll also be looking at, the skills that you have. So I'm just going to go through the presentation so that you have an idea of what is required of a representative and to know exactly what you'll be doing. Are we excited? Are we excited? Because now it's like you are breaking out. Be ready to break out. Don't be closed in because this is an opportunity to see beyond what you have been seeing. So like our representative Kulufelo mentioned, what Clevenard is about, we'll also be taking you through the vision and mission so that you have an understanding. But remember, as I said, you know, we elaborated more on that when we had our first information session. So go there and listen to the YouTube webinar. Acquaint yourself with that because there was a presentation. So unfortunately, we can't go back there because that is already done. So today it's about the representatives, and then we're also going to talk about SMEs and delve more into what Clevenard is. So, and we're also going to have a Q&A session where you'll be in a position to ask us questions and we will answer we will answer. So let us go straight to the presentation. So we are going to be covering how to become a representative. What is a representative? The job description, of being a representative, job requirements, and how to become a representative. So we're going to take you through, what role as a representative you will be taking as you join the group, because already, we have representatives, we have Kulu Fellow, and we also have Etahalang that are both representatives. And what is important, for you to be a representative, really, you have to buy into the vision. Because how do you represent something that you don't understand, that you don't have a buy-in? You have to be in a position to sell that vision. You have to be part of that vision, so that wherever you go and you become a representative, the minute you just open up your mouth, people will just buy into what you are saying. And I believe that you are here because you heard something and you bought into it. So, and what is important as well is for people to really understand what you're saying, because a lot of us, like all of us, have been really enclosed into South Africa. We were not exposed to the fact that our businesses can also be explored internationally. So yes, this is what we will be covering in this session. And also those that are watching at home, I hope we will have an understanding of what is required for you to be a representative. So if we go to the next slide, let us just take you through the vision. Kulufelo spoke briefly as well about it. The vision is to become South Africa's leading platform, because there are platforms out there. I'm sure we are aware of platforms that are there for cultural exchange. Because, Clevenard is different from many other platforms because it covers almost a whole lot. So the cultural exchange here in South Africa, we know we have diverse cultures. We have diverse cultures, so at Clevenard, it will be a leading platform to also be able to cover that. Community empowerment. There are many people out there that still that has skills, that has produces, that has businesses, that has ideas, but they can't translate them into something that can be monetized or something that can be seen outside South Africa. Not actually only South Africa, also you find yourself being enclosed within the place that you reside. Your products might not also be seen, let's say, maybe in a city, next to you. It's only the people that are around you that are able to know what you do. And that is not empowerment. So this is a platform that seeks to do that. And global connectivity. So with what you are doing, there will be a connection globally. So there'll be somebody on the other end with whom you'll be in a position to connect. So, Clevenard South Africa, because Clevenard is international, but now we have Clevenard South Africa, there's Clevenard Nigeria, Botswana, Spain. So it is actually across the borders. We aspire to build a vibrant network, because without networking, there can't be connection. Without networking, there can't be trade exchange. Where diverse perspectives are celebrated. So, because what I can do, you cannot do. What you have, I do not have. The skill that you have, I don't have. So, to build a vibrant network where diverse perspectives are celebrated, so that everything that we do is celebrated. Opportunities are created as well, because, clearly the opportunities are there. Because there's a platform to showcase what you do. And South African stories resonate on a global stage. We know you have a story to tell with what you do. with the skill that you have, with whatever you do. All of us have stories. So what the story that you have has to be translated, and it has to be seen by people out there. So with whatever you are doing, you are telling a story. So Clevenard is a platform where whatever you do, because sometimes the challenge that we have are products that we have. If there's no description of your product, it's very difficult to be able to sell your product. So there has to be a storytelling. So this is where content creation is also very important, because whatever product you have, if you can't describe what the product is about and the inspiration behind it, then it's very difficult, to get a buy-in from someone on the other side. So storytelling, and also storytelling a story about South Africa, because the international diaspora, it's not all countries that really know what South Africa is about. They don't know what you can do. For an example, it is only those, few whom their products maybe are exposed out there. But what you have and the story that you have, if you don't write it down, and if it is not exposed through, Clevenard or any other media platform, no one will be able to know what your story is. So there's so much for us to write about South Africa, and you have a story to tell. So, and whatever we do, it has to resonate on a global stage. So whatever business that you have or whatever you have, it has to be appealing to the international market. That is why there's absolutely no that we just be taking everything. There has to be a way in which we'll be in a position to know if what you have can be, the international market it can be appealing to the international market. So that is very, very, very key. Through innovation and collaboration, most of us are innovative. We are creative because we are created by the creator. So this is a platform for you to explore your creativity. Whatever it is that you thought most probably you can do, and you couldn't do it because you didn't see the possibilities, of what you can create, being accepted. So this is a platform for you, that whatever it is, the innovations that you have, this is a platform that is going to also showcase that. So there's so many innovations. And nowadays we are living in the digital space as well. And we see how things are evolving. So there are so many innovations out there and collaborations as businesses as well here in South Africa. You've been in a position to collaborate with international businesses and international market. We aim to inspire positive change and set a standard for inclusive digital engagement. So this is more digital. Do you understand? And many of us are very scared, to go digital. Some of us don't want to learn. And we are now living in the digital space. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about it. We just have to conform to the digital space, learn and get to know more. Because nowadays, for your business to be explored out there, unfortunately, it is through the digital space. So digital engagement across the continent and beyond. So your products can only be seen if they are exposed digitally. It makes sense. Do we understand the vision? Yes. So hence we were saying you have to have a buy-in on the vision, because as you go out there to be a representative, this is the information that you need to project out there. So when we go into the mission, into the mission of Clevenard, because I'm just taking you through this so that you have an understanding of what Clevenard is about. At Clevenard, South Africa, our mission is to connect communities, amplify diverse voices. So we spoke about you writing your story, and your voice is not heard, because whatever you do, is not heard. So we are amplifying diverse voices. So the voice that you have, Clevenard will be in a position to amplify it. And the way Clevenard will be doing it as well is to helping us, have contents creation where, whatever it is that you want to voice out there, then content creation is very important for you to voice out exactly what you are doing and what you are all about, and foster meaningful engagement through innovative digital platforms. I think we spoke about that. We are committed to promoting South Africa's rich cultural heritage. We spoke about cultural heritage of South Africa. Driving inclusivity, some of us are excluded in some of the, programs, because there are so many programs here in South Africa. So we are driving inclusivity because now we also have the higher, the middle, and the lower. And, the highers are the ones who have the privileges, and the lowers, unfortunately, the privileges are not there. So what Clevenard seeks to do is to incorporate all. So this is where we're driving inclusivity, so that even when you are, in the lower, bracket, you are included as well into the middle and the higher. So you don't have, that it's only for the elites, but it actually includes everyone and everyone, and empowering individuals and businesses to thrive in a globally connected world. I'm sure this makes sense. With a focus on excellence, because that's very important. We know excellence is key in everything that we do. Whatever you do, if there's excellence in it, then it will definitely be appealing to the eye that beholds it. Creativity and collaboration. Collaboration is very key. You can't be a sole business person. Collaboration is very important for growth. With a focus on excellence, yes, creativity and collaboration, we aim to bridge gaps. So as I said, there are gaps. This is where you have, the higher, the middle, and the lower. So Clevenard seeks to bridge the gaps, inspire growth. So in whatever you do, there'll be growth if there's collaboration, and create opportunities that bring lasting impact to our society. So this is a platform that actually saying, this is a door. When the CEO spoke about this, when he shared the vision with me, what he said to me was, this is a door. So what is in there is for you to explore, but it's a door for you to walk in there and see what is in store for you. So this is what Clevenard is about. So as we delve now into the representative, if we go into the next slide, what is a representative? A Clevenard representative in South Africa is a dynamic individual, someone who is dynamic, someone who is willing to explore, someone who wants to really drive whatever vision they have, who acts as a local ambassador. So you're going to be ambassador. We know what ambassadors do. Again, we know we have international embassies and we have ambassadors of South Africa. So they are representing South Africa. An advocate for Clevenard. So you'll be out there really, speaking for Clevenard. A vibrant digital platform that connects people across the globe. So you have to be dynamic in really, selling to individuals out there about what Clevenard is about. This role requires a passion for community. So if you are not a community person, it's going to be difficult for you. As we mentioned, that it seeks to also, expose the cultural heritage for, community empowerment. So you have to be a community person. You have to be a person who has the interpersonal, relation skill, where you are able to, to relate with individuals, from different races, different backgrounds. And digital media and fostering meaningful relationships. I know most of us, we are not too good with digital, but there will be training, but you must be willing to learn. That's what is important. You must have a teachable spirit for you to learn. So this is what a representative is. You are basically an ambassador of Clevenard. So wherever you go, you are talking about Clevenard. You become one with Clevenard. So that is what we are looking for. Yes, as we move into the next slide. So these are characteristics, the key characteristics of a representative. Cultural ambassador, we spoke about, the cultural heritage. A Clevenard representative showcases the rich and diverse culture of South Africa. We know that South Africa is diverse in culture. Okay, we have so many cultures here in South Africa. How many do we have? How many cultures do we have? 12. 11, 12. Yeah, so you should be in a position to showcase, because now the international diaspora, people on the other side don't know much about South Africa. They don't know much about the culture of South Africa. Many of them, they know South Africa being a place where, it's like, what you call it? It's just an open field. I mean, open field where there are animals and all that. I mean, some of the international people, when they come here, they are surprised to see that South Africa is like any other country. So as a local ambassador, this is what you'll be showcasing, the rich and diverse culture, because South Africa is very rich. Highlighting its traditions, stories. There are so many stories as well, and people through the platform. I mean, when you are here, it's not only about you, but I'm sure there are people that you're also thinking about. I mean, within your family, there are people who are storytellers. There are people who are content creators, and maybe you as well, you have the heart for that. So, a cultural ambassador, you have to be a cultural ambassador. No hate speech, because we know we have different races. We have different cultures. So you must be a lover of people. So that you don't discriminate other cultures, because you have to cover the diverse culture of South Africa. Community builder, we spoke about, empowerment. As a representative, you work to connect South Africans locally and globally. Do you understand what that means? You are an interface between the international and the South African. I mean, you are out there and you are telling people that, you know what, I can, Clevenard is there to showcase what you have internationally. A lot of people are waiting for that. That is an opportunity that, I mean, as far as I know, with me, I didn't know about that. Maybe there are people who know platforms, but this was my first time to know that there's a platform that can connect you globally. So as a representative, you are a connection as well. This is where you get people, and then from there you connect them globally. I mean, how beautiful would it be to see people trading internationally? And seeing you being a representative, really helping people, changing the trajectories and rewriting the history of many families. So as a representative, you have to have the heart for people. Creating a network that bridges gaps and fosters collaboration. So you'll definitely be, as I said, an interface. You'll be a go-between, to bridge the gaps and also for collaboration. The representative helps individuals and businesses leverage Clevenard's features to share their talents, ideas, and services. As I said, Clevenard actually cuts across. It cuts across, be it talent, be it business, be it ideas. I think I made mention of that. Services, covers NGOs, anything and anything that is in South Africa that the international, market can be in a position, to see that comes from South Africa. So as a community builder, within your community, we have seen that there's so much poverty, and when you come in and you actually be in a position to bridge the gap, because sometimes we see people, we feel pity for them. My God, what can I do for them? And some of them, that they have skills. Some of them, that they are capable. Some are innovative. Some came to you to show you this and that. So here is a platform, for people to showcase what they can offer. The digital media advocate, the representative utilizes Clevenard's tools. So there are tools within the platform, such as blogging. I did mention that for me to be here today, it is through blogging, because I was introduced into Clevenard by some friend, and I had to do the blogging with what I'm doing, with the business that I do. So the only thing was just to blog, have a write up on what I do. And, to cut the long story short, my write-ups were seen. And also, I think also the excellence of what, one was blogging, the CEO was able to see, what I do. Can you see? Yes, I mean, he was able to see. I didn't know him from a bar of soap. So this is what happens. You just come in, and then from there you do what you're good at. And somebody somewhere might be in a position to see what you do. And this is where collaborations come in. This is where, business opportunities come in. It makes sense. Yeah. So choose blogging, as I said, vlogging. I think we'll learn more about this as we go. And live streaming. Even now we are live streaming. As a representative, this is what you'll be doing as well. You'll be going out there, in whatever project or whatever program that you'll be running as an ambassador, and sharing, the opportunities of Clevenard, and sharing the vision of Clevenard. Whatever you'll be doing, it will be live stream. So meaning, as you are talking, whatever you are saying is live. Everyone out there is able to see and hear what you are saying. To promote local content, we have so many people within our vicinities as well, and also in the in South Africa as a whole, that has content. Events, there's so many events out there. And opportunities while driving traffic to the platform. So what you do is, in whatever you do, you'll be driving the platform, driving people to the platform, so that people are able to, go into the website and see what Clevenard is about. And in that way, they'll be in a position to be exposed to what is happening out there. Promoter of opportunities, a lot of us, I know we have the hearts for that. You identify and promote opportunities for local businesses. So there's so many businesses. I know, I think all of you here are in business, or most of you are in business. So you'll be promoting opportunities, promoting local businesses, artists and organizations, and ensuring their visibility on Clevenard to reach a broader audience. Also, you'll be a connector of the diaspora. So Clevenard representative, not done yet. You can go back. Okay. Clevenard representatives connect South Africans living abroad. When we're talking of a diaspora, we're talking of everyone. We know that we have lots of people everywhere. I guess there are South Africans that are in the UK, others are here, others are there. So Clevenard representative, you connect South Africans living abroad with their homeland by sharing relevant updates. So a lot of people that are out there do not know what is happening in South Africa. So this is a platform to also help because you'll be covering, a lot of events and some of the things that are happening in South Africa. But it's only opportunities. It's only what will drive empowerment. Is only what will drive connectivity and cultural insights, fostering a sense of belonging and pride. So we have our fellow sisters and brothers out there who don't know what is happening in South Africa because they're out there. So whatever events that you'll be covering and whatever you'll be doing, they will be exposed to that, so they will know what is happening. Okay, I hope it's making sense, and I hope you'll ask questions as we go. So this is the description of what, as a representative is expected of you. Engage with local communities to raise awareness about Clevenard and its benefits. So you go to your community, you organize, a setup like this one or event like this one, and you get people to really know about this, because others might have are discouraged, so maybe they are no longer doing anything because they felt there are no opportunities. So if you bring Clevenard to the communities, you don't know, you'll be raising a whole lot of people that are despondent now because they felt, what, South Africa, this is it. Nothing is moving. I am doomed. But now when you come with Clevenard, it's like, boom, the light then starts shining. And then, so this is the job description of being a representative would be to engage with local communities, to raise awareness about Clevenard and its benefits. So as a representative from the local communities, when you say local, we're talking South Africa because this is our local. So this is where you'll raise awareness about Clevenard, because a lot of people now, you might find that they've lost hope. So you'll be, bringing back the light that was dimmed. And create and manage compelling content that reflects South Africa's vibrancy and uniqueness. So what people will see about South Africa will be dependent on the content, that you will be writing concerning South Africa and everything about South Africa. And that would be what would be selling to the international diaspora. Organize and participate in events to promote Clevenard as a platform for unity and growth. So people will know that, from wherever they are, as a representative, to say, you're bringing everyone together, because all of us, we need each other. So for unity and growth. And as you do that, people will grow in whatever sphere, in whatever business, in whatever that they will be doing. Support individuals and businesses in onboarding and optimizing their presence on the platform. So people that will be coming, because now people will have to sign in to be part of Clevenard. People will have to also showcase their businesses on Clevenard. So it's up to a representative to support such individuals and businesses in making sure that their content is showcased on the platform. You act as a liaison between Clevenard and local stakeholders. With stakeholders, we're also talking of government. You understand? So this is a platform that they can actually, connect you. Some of us told ourselves it's not possible for me to meet the minister. Huh? Some of us told ourselves it's impossible to meet the president. I mean, the president is human like you and I. And if you bring something that is definitely going to help increase the economy of South Africa, and boost the business, you know, and also empower people who would say no to it. And this is not like any other, because this is so diverse, it's encompassing. So you will be a liaison between. So, I mean, you can find a way of making an appointment with the Minister of Finance, the Minister of Trade and Industry, the Minister of Mining. Yeah. And you know, as a representative of Clevenard, to really, you know, go and tell them about Clevenard, what opportunities it has, because I'm sure in the government there are a lot of programs, and some of the programs, you know, as we collaborate and partner with government, then, you know, through Clevenard, the government will be able to reach even those that cannot be reached. And over and above South Africa, you're going beyond South Africa. So that is really a plus for us, and to foster partnerships and collaboration. So this is what you'll be doing as a representative. Yeah, so as we go into the next slide. Okay, so these are the requirements that is required. I'm sure you are now aware, because this is not just a small, you know, opportunity. It's really big. So, but nothing is impossible. As I said earlier on, you just need to break out of the shell, because there is greatness in you. Stop telling yourself that I won't be able to. You know, tell yourself that this opportunity has presented itself to me, so clearly there should be something about me. So you have to have strong communication skills, because I mean, you have to be able to communicate the vision. You have to be able to speak to people as you do presentations. So the communication skill is something that you'll have to have. You know, exceptional verbal and written communications, as I said, you know, the content creation, the content as well. You'll be the one who'll be writing content concerning South Africa. But if you have a challenge with that, you know, there is support system within Clevenard that can help. If you come with the storyline, and you know, we are able to put the content in a way that it will be appealing to the international market. So English, we know it's you know, although when you go into the website, you see there's also Spanish, so there's quite different languages. But here in South Africa, I mean, our medium of instruction is English. So I think English and other South African languages as well. I mean, there's translations, you know, one can be in a position to translate, but preferably English, I believe. But we're saying for people that you will be, you know, communicating with, you know, if you have, you know, a multilingual, that will be a plus for you. Yeah, confidence in engaging with different diverse groups, I did say, and presenting Clevenard to potential users. So that is one of the requirements. Networking ability. Networking is basically, we are here, you know, if you are able to talk to somebody, if you are able to talk to your neighbor, if you are able to talk to, you know, so I believe each and every one of us, you know, have the network ability. Strong interpersonal skills, as I did say that, you know, you should be in a position to relate, you know, with people, different backgrounds, different races, you know. You should be able to talk to people that are on the ground, people that are middle, people that are, you know, in high places. So you should be able to navigate, you know, through that. To build relationships with individuals, businesses, and organizations. You know, I'm sure we can be able to do that. Experience in community engagement or event coordination is an advantage, because Clevenard is not only, you know, within the suburbs, we'll also be going to the rurals, where you'll be meeting with chiefs, where you'll be meeting with kings, because now in the rurals, you know, we know that rural development is a challenge. People in the villages, and many of them have land, many of them are able to produce 1, 2, 3, and 4 things. But the problem is marketing. The problem is exposure, exposing what they have to the international market. So, you have to be able to network. Hence, it is said, you shouldn't be a person who say, no, I can't, speak to this one. You have to have an interpersonal skill. Digital proficiency, yes, as I said, you must be familiar. I'm sure most of us are on WhatsApp, so you can communicate. We are on Facebook. We are on your Instagram and all the social platforms. So if you are able to do that, then I'm sure, there's a little bit of digital knowledge, but there's much more. I mean, with me as well, I'm still learning, and I thank God for Tahalang because I'm really learning by the day. I thank God for Kulufelo as well. I'm learning by the day because, we just knew just these ones that are superficial, but there is much more with regards to digital. So, as I said, be willing to learn. Yeah, be willing to open up to know more. Um, blogging, I spoke about blogging. If you can write, I mean, we were taught to write essays, right? Yes. So if you are able to write, blogging is for you. If you have, a storyline, if there's something that you want to share, this is a platform as well for you. And video creation as well. Um, if you don't know that, there is support. Um, basic knowledge of content management systems. Because one other thing is remember that you actually be a filter. You'll be filtering what has to go into the platform. So meaning we can't be taking everything and everything. Where would find ourselves also taking junk, something that is not supposed to be there, something that is not appealing. So that is why things like your hate speech, it's a no. And this is a platform that is really the security is very tough. Okay, so it's not like everything and everything. Everything will be filtered. So content management systems, maybe there are people that who are content creators. So before they can publish, you have to be able to go through, the content that they send, because you can't just be sending. A willingness to learn Clevenard's tools, as I said, we are open to learning, because there's so much more that Clevenard can offer. Proficiency in using email. I'm sure, like I said, if you are able to type WhatsApp, I'm sure you can write an email, messaging apps, and video conferencing for outreach and collaboration. So sometimes you might not be in a position to go in person like we, to do interviews. So what you can do is, I mean, we know that, we have your Zoom, and internationally they use Skype a lot. So there are those platforms where, you can have, conferencing. With Zoom, like we did, we had a webinar where a lot of people can actually attend, and then you're able to also, present about Clevenard. So yes, so these are the requirements. These are things that you've got to have, because it's like you'll be running an office. You will be running an office as a representative. Okay, let's move to the next slide. Okay, cultural awareness, a deep understanding of South African culture, the different cultures. So if I only knew my culture, it means I've got to also go and learn about other cultures. Traditions and local dynamics, though on Clevenard, we're not touching politics. Okay, no politics, but it's all about, South Africa and what South Africa can offer the diaspora. Ability to represent Clevenard with cultural sensitivity and authenticity. So in whatever you do, you have to be sensitive. So you should be in a position to decipher, what if it goes out there, how is it going to impact others? So it's very important for us to have that sensitivity, and whatever you are posting or whatever you are exposing, it has to be authentic. So we can't just take anything and everything without, authenticating it. Self-motivation and independence, meaning, as I say, you'll be running an office. Ability to work independently. So no schedule, able to manage your schedule, meet goals without constant supervision. So we will not be, supervising you all the time. Hence, we are saying, we have to really sit down and really get to understand people who are interested to be representatives, to get to know what your aspirations are, your vision is, and to know who will be working with, not somebody that tomorrow will be, on your case. Proactive and driven to find opportunities for promoting Clevenard in your community. So you have to be somebody who is out there to find opportunities that are out there, because there is so much. And this is going to expose us into things that we did not know are here in South Africa. You are going to know things that we did not know that they are here in South Africa. So this is what also the requirements are with regards to being a representative. Okay, let's move to the next slide. Problem-solving skills. Be resourceful in assisting users in challenges, because know that a lot of people would not really be understanding what Clevenard is about. So be resourceful, always be, willing to help where you can, and improve their platform experience, because like your blogging, because there are different features within Clevenard. There's a shop, there's a marketplace, there's just a lot. I don't know if any of you visited the website to be able to see what is there. I'm sure you can see that there is just everything and everything. Ability to gather feedback and propose practical solutions to enhance Clevenard's offerings. So be in a position to gather feedback, understand, if Clevenard is working for people, and how you can actually help where you can, and maybe, help with the practical solutions. Availability, flexibility to attend community events, host live sessions, we spoke about that, participate in platform-related activities. So there's a lot that is happening within Clevenard as well. There's what we call COP. It is the Clevenard Open Project. And this is more like a community awareness program. So what it does, it runs for days. And it's also a trade fair. This is where businesses come, so it's different activities that will be happening. And this is open not only for one area, because we're going to be hosting it twice, mid-year and towards the end of the year. So it's a huge event. If you go into the website, you'll see there's one coming up as well in Spain. We'll see that there's one that has been happening as well, now of late. I'm talking about this year. One in Spain happened in October, and then the other one happened in November now in Nigeria. So they have the open fairs. This is where, businesses come together, and, it's and another opportunity is, when people start now, collaborating and building relationships, there's also, that opportunity of traveling overseas. There's that opportunity. Like I'm saying, next in March, I think there's an open project in Spain. So I mean, that's an opportunity. So if there's one in Botswana, if there's one, so you can actually have the opportunity of traveling the world through Clevenard. Okay. The experience is not really mandatory, but it's preferred for those who have prior experience in customer service. And I'm sure if you're in business, you have that experience. Sales, digital marketing, though digital marketing, as we said, not many of us, because this is a challenge that most businesses have, or community leadership. Knowledge of the diaspora communities and international networking is also a plus. So if you know people outside, it's also a plus for you. But if not, it is still well. So these are the requirements. Problem solving, we need to know how to solve problems because you'll be dealing with different people, different personalities from different backgrounds. So this is very key because if there could be a glitch, then it means that can actually work against a Clevenard. So as a representative, you are actually an ambassador. So you have to really represent Clevenard. Next slide. Okay, passion for connection and growth. I'm sure this is a genuine passion for fostering connections, international connection. Also South Africa. Remember, some of us, as I said, most of the businesses are like, are limited to a space that you are in. And some of your businesses, people don't know businesses outside where you are, the vicinity. So, your business can also be known elsewhere within South Africa, over and above, outside the borders of South Africa. So connections in South Africa and connections internationally. Supporting communities, very important. If we can see poverty alleviation, in our communities and promoting South African culture globally. So this is what Clevenard is about. And this is what I represent. You have to have passion to see people grow. This platform is not for someone who's selfish. It is for someone who is selfless, who wants to see, people growing, who wants to see, lives changing. So this is a platform for you. Next slide. Okay, so what the application process, we have a form that we have designed. So if you're interested, you just let us know, then we'll just send you a link, then you send your CV. We know how it goes with your name and surname. I mean, this is a business. Attend the interview once your application has passed review. Then from there, attend training, final evaluation, attend training, final evaluation. So this is the process. I'm sure this is a process that most of us are quite familiar with. So it shows that, it's not just, one of those, but there is process and there's procedures that needs to be followed. Next slide. Okay, so then after the application is processed and we are happy, then you'll be assigned a ministry. We spoke about ministries, and I said to you, we have about 31. Here in South Africa. South Africa has many departments. Many departments. So depending on, your skill, depending as well as what you are good at as a representative, then let's say, for an example, we give you the Ministry of Mining. Or also, what we'll also be looking at is what, your skill is. Let's say you are very good with marketing, because this is a marketing company. So if you are good with marketing in making sure that whatever Clevenard is about, you are able to, bring on board, then, that also is a position that can be, made available, because we're looking at that as well. Rather than having to say you are into mining and maybe you know nothing about mining. but there are those who are good in agriculture. So there's just a lot. As I said, this is a government. So representatives, you have to be in a position to really manage the portfolio that you'll be doing and making sure that you bring you meet the criteria that we set. It's not only about Clevenard, but it's about the vision. It's about the vision, but it's about also you as a person, what you want to see happening. So yeah, you'll be assigned to a ministry in which you will foster a connection, a network, and on board the different government ministries. So as I said, who said you can be in touch with the minister of what other ministries are there? Agriculture, rural development, sports, electricity, energy, and yeah, yes. What other department? Roadworks, policing. Yes, because I mean anything and everything there is business. Because some services could be consulting. Some you could be good in developing strategies. You could be having an idea that could change a certain department. You understand? So there's just a lot of ministries. So Department of Trade and Industry, to just mention a few, and competition. I mean, this is key for Clevenard. This is a department that is very key for Clevenard because there'll be trade exchanges. Yeah, Department of Tourism as well, to showcase what South Africa is about. So there is so much within the Department of Tourism. There is so much within the Department of Trade and Industry. Department of Sports as well. Arts and culture, because South Africa is also good. But it's not only that, Department of Technology as well, because this is a digital space. So there is just so much and so much as a representative that you can contribute towards, meeting the vision of Clevenard. Yes, so I think this is it. Do we have another slide? Okay, there we are. Though there is a bit of a swappy. I left it intentionally. I was aware of it. So Takalang Munama is our representative, and Kulu is also our representative, and he's also because remember, for the trade exchanges and everything, you need a legal team. Because so they are, things like this, they need the law. Yeah. Because one thing about Clevenard is we abide by the laws and the regulations of South Africa. We are registered here in South Africa, so everything that is here in South Africa, we capture it. We can see opportunities, and we're looking forward to working with you.